Hi everybody, welcome back to Werewolf The Apocalypse Earthblood. It's gonna be like part 8, part 9, maybe. Might be able to get through it, not sure. If not, then I'll have one more video to do. Weather's been kind of wonky past day or two, so we'll see how it plays out. Do not do tips, tricks, guides, walkthroughs, 100%, trophies, achievement hunting, top 10 videos, top 10 rankings. I mean, we have sometimes talked about top 10 lists and stuff, but we don't really do anything with it. But as of yet, that would also require me like editing and stuff. I'm not very lazy. So, but to 45 subscribers, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you all showing up, or just giving me a subscription. Drive-by viewers, I want to show a shout out to y'all too. Appreciate it. Whether you comment, like, watch a video for a quarter of a second or the whole thing. Alright. Helps motivate me to keep doing what I'm doing with this video crusade thing, which is basically to create a couch, a virtual couch, so no matter where you are in the world, after a long day at school or work, you can kind of unload your brain. Could be 1 o'clock in the morning, pop on one of these videos and take in a deep breath of nostalgia like you're heading over to one of your buddies' places. You just sit down and shut that brain off. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just show up and plop down. They'd be playing, in the middle of playing a game. Word not spoken. You just sit there and watch them. Occasionally give a chuckle when they play poorly. Or whenever someone says or sees something funny. So I hope that kind of fills in that little chunklet, I'll call it, a chunklet of nostalgia void for you. And it's because I was thinking of Chunk from Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. He was like a security guard. Alright, anyways, back here. We are dealing with Endron. Their headquarters, going after Watkins, trying to save Cahal's daughter. Alright, so outside of the normal World of Darkness stuff, the Splat books, as they're called, Splats being the different IPs spread throughout the property of World of Darkness. They also had another one called, what was it? There's Scion, different game system, which was okay. But the one I really liked was Aberrant in the Trinity universe, I think it was called. And it was split amongst 3 time periods. Was it like Aeon, which was like a futuristic kind of Mass Effect before Mass Effect kind of feel. And then you had my favorite, Aberrant, which was like modern day with superheroes, superpowers. And the earliest of the versions was can't remember the name of it. I always wanted to pick up some of the books, but it was like a pulpish 1920s Indiana Jones, those type of adventure movies and shticks. It's all along the same timeline, so it's the shared universe, I guess you could say that. I always thought that was pretty neat. Their Aberrant series, if I remember, had quite a few books. I don't get it. I thought it was supposed to be like rapid.
We've got a killer in our midst.
I thought you could mark it, and I guess he just fires like you normally would. It just, I mean, it's a little quicker, obviously. But... Does it really matter? I don't think it does, honestly. But I'm just trying to extend the gameplay a bit because, God, if we go into combat, it's just going to be button mashing. Trying to remember, did the people who worked on this also work on something else?
Hello.
Very similar. Wasn't it like that, Sticks? Never played Sticks. I did play, they're of Orcs and Men, and it was a rough game, but there was some stuff in it I remember liking mechanically, and at the design phase. I think this kind of takes inspiration from that, right?
Any news on Watkins?
He called a helicopter. He's just waiting for it to arrive. I think you can reach him.
No, I'm definitely not getting all the spirits and stuff in this one. For real reasons. I think I've kind of got everything I want. I mean, yeah, I could hardly use these. I guess. I haven't really needed to use that. You got the one drones that shoot, like silver bullets, but it's not really required, you know? It's not the same room. So yeah. Oh, use it or lose it, right?
Now we're talking.
That's a big group of enemies. Alright, I'll be right back, folks. Sorry about that. Gotta check on this. Alright, sorry about that. I'll set stuff up. I think I'm figuring out how to upload videos and do these recordings at the same point, or at the same time. This is good. This is gonna link to what? Just the door? That's it. Let me guess, they're gonna, yeah.
Fire at will.
Alright. Yeah, that was easy. I'm so beasted out, and also the health. Right, like the health is does that look different? No, it doesn't. Get the health upgrades if you're having difficulty with combat in this game. The health upgrades are, where are they at? I mean, this helps too, and this is great when entering Frenzy, but I didn't enter Frenzy there. This one, Heavy Stance. Heavy Stance, these here give you extra health. Looks like there's at least one in that room. The others look like they're floors above.
The President will be taking off shortly. His chopper arrives in just a few minutes. As soon as he's gone, we'll shift our security down a level. Until then, we remain on maximum alert. Now, get to your posts.
Security breached.
Nope. Oh, it brings me all the way back here. Erg. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Target in sight. Fire at will.
Okay, save successful. Did that not trigger last time?
The President will be taking off shortly. His chopper arrives in just a few minutes. As soon as he's gone, we'll shift our security down a level. Until then, we remain on maximum alert. Now, get to your posts.
I'm assuming you saw that guy's body, so maybe I can guy first. There's something down there. I think that's where I'll end up going eventually. Hey, he's still taken down. Screw it. Let's just go all that. Yeah, I guess go combat. Why do I bother this thing?
I'll make good use of that.
There he is. It's just gonna be what, the turrets and the cameras? Yeah.
They're moving her. What was it, Jesus?
Ava! Ava! Shit!
Alright, so we got what, 2, 3. There was one down here, right? I have a feeling we're gonna come out back at the bottom. Do that one long hallway at the beginning. If you remember the last video. crossbow bolts. Whiskey.
Wait till he gets close.
Well, they know I'm here, so. Yeah, it's not as helpful as I thought it'd be. Maybe if it was slowed down and it took all three out like simultaneously. That's how I thought it'd work. I mean, I guess that's helpful. I don't know. 1, 2, at least 3. Wasn't there another one over here? Way over there. No, maybe it's just that one.
Edana, I can smell her.
She should shower more. What we got?
Okay, I'll make good use of that.
Anything that builds up rage is helpful. Yeah, I'm just saving the points up now because pretty much anything else is gravy at this point. Alright, and I can't get anywhere over there yet. Alright. It's just gonna be over in that room. Yes. Looks like you kind of spiral up through the Andron headquarters.
My daughter. Where is she?
Impressive work. I really didn't think you'd make it this far.
I suggest you tell me where she is, if you want to keep breathing.
Ah, Adana. What a promising young woman. Attractive, too. She clearly takes after her mother.
That's a douche.
You'll find her at the helipad with President Watkins. Well, assuming you hurry. They'll be taking off soon.
Tell me how to reach them. I don't have time for this.
Clearly. The elevator leading to the heliport is nearby. I've ensured that it's active.
Why help?
President's orders. He's prepared a little surprise for you.
I was gonna see if I can use my penumbral vision to see if he's Fomori. Do I kill him? Or do I leave? Obviously. You are Pentex, right?
Good. And that's where I'm going after I've torn you in half. For everything you've done to Gaia and to my daughter.
Watkins did warn me of how violent and irrational your kind is.
You're invisible. I don't know what. Yeah, why wouldn't I kill him? There are very few Guru. There's a camp in the Shadow Lords faction who their whole job is to basically go undercover and pretend they're Wyrm corrupted. Are they like the Bringers of Light, maybe? I can't remember what they're called. But basically, they teeter on the edge of being completely Wyrm corrupted by infiltrating. But for the most part, most Guru, it's, you know, when you're dealing with the Wyrm stuff, it's kill on sight. And you don't broker deals. Does not look good on your resume in the Guru Nation. So we got 2 down there.
Ava! Watkins is at the helipad. He's trying to escape with Adana. I'm heading up there.
I got that in there. Heck are they? Over there, there's 2. I guess I missed a
There
couple
you
spirits.
are. You must be Kahal. It's time for you to pay for what you've done to this company. Your daughter's hate and fears will make a perfect host for Banes.
Hey,
And
they found
as
some
for
names.
your friends,
Those are worm corrupted
I've got a
spirits.
score to settle with them too. It's high time they understood. Nobody attacks Endrin.
Well, maybe this is how I'll get those.
Nobody. Launch Earthblood.
Let's see what he's doing.
I'm gonna kill you, you motherfucker! You're gonna pay!
Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, in the game setting and in the lore. That should be slow. But yeah, Werewolf The Apocalypse. Werewolves can change whenever they want. They're not restricted. Oh wow, this is really powerful. You're not restricted on when they can change. Not outside of needing rage,
Call?
which is a fuel mechanic.
Call! Can you hear me? What's going on? It looks like the apocalypse here.
Watkins has released his gas across the whole region. You've got to get out right now.
What about Adana?
The son of a bitch just took her away in his helicopter. I got held up by one of the
don't
Red
look that much
Talons.
What?
Oh, now we'll have to answer for that. But right now, Adana's all that matters. We've got to find out where they're taking her.
Watkins terminal. Connect me.
Looks like he's shifting the Hispo during that fight. Didn't really do him any good. But, you know what? Let's just do that. And then everything else is just going to require 2 points at that point, right? But on the topic of Banes, Banes are worm corrupted spirits. They can either have been actual spirits that worked for the worm before it went mad, so their Banes are naturally Banes, or they're corrupted spirits of the Wild or the Weaver. So you could have a net spider that's a Bane. You could have a water spirit that's a Bane. But in those cases, they weren't naturally Banes. They were corrupted into the service of being Banes. Functionally, there's very little difference between them. What matters more is the spirit type. So like a water spirit versus an earth spirit versus a psychomache, which is a type of Bane. Watkins, your devotion to our cause will be felt in the coming weeks. You will soon feel and drawn. Spread to all soldiers. Discipline and factors of men will be improved by it. We'll distribute the equipment and the strains to your teams. Wyrm will become. You will soon feel its call. So yeah, kind of another example of if you could have picked a different tribe at the beginning, like Glasswalkers. Maybe you could have hacked, made files a bit more censored like this. But if you were playing a Glasswalker, you'd be
Watkins
able
is
to
a servant of the Wyrm.
see the real messages, the full
There's
messages.
no doubt now.
Well, yeah, I don't know why you had any doubt. Alright, that was an easy fight, but then again, I'm all juiced up. Wait for my order on the Red Towns. The pack leaders accept our offer. Division 2 thinks that their experiments on the subject have had long-term effects. They may join the camp of the Wyrm. Otherwise, we'll strike them once they're finished with this Cahal and the Lambda mankind. It is vital that we allow them free reign at present.
Oh, now,
Traitor! I mean, she is Actina, not a Red Talon.
It's up to you now.
It's gonna take me some time. You've got to keep moving. I'll open a path for you to their underground labs. Just get back here ASAP.
I haven't really felt the need to use the different combat techniques. Again, I wish they devoted a bit more time to either one or the other, stealth or combat. But then again, the 3 methods of play I think would have been a greater design choice, or decision, where they differentiate between Lupus and Hamid, because there's a lot of their overlap is stealth, more or less, and Lupus basically functioning kind of like in World of Warcraft, if you remember the travel form.
this place is steeped in the influence of the Wyrm.
I found the reports on the
Druid.
Earthblood protocol.
We'll worry about that later. Find Adana.
Spear down there. Crossbow bolts I don't need. Computer. President Watkins, the latest data obtained on the Earthblood protocol are positive. The gas tanks that we received from the offshore lab have been put in place and have undergone the necessary checks. Division 2 is ready for a full-scale test. The data collected will allow the compound to be improved.
Their gas wasn't produced here.
I produce a lot of gas. Especially after beans. Magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel, so eat beans whatever. Kind of weird that they have it set up like this, but
President Watkins recently activated the Earthblood protocol.
oh, that gives a big jump in the rage build.
Or are well on their way. Allow me to congratulate you on the resounding success. You've all done very well.
It's like a fabrication factory for, you know. Just kind of see where everyone goes. Because again, they can't see me through this door. I can stand here. And, well, I can't stand up. Come close to the railing, my dear.
Strange.
Come close to the railing, my dear. I'm just a stack of bodies. Alright. That's where penumbra vision kinda can screw you up. Because I thought there was a guy over there, but it looks like they're in the next room. I think was the best way of action, best course of action with this. go out there, it's gonna be a little too far. Were the crossbow bolts back there? I don't remember. Kind of want to save those for like cameras and turrets, especially turrets. Turrets are a pain in the butt in this. Okay.
Oh, security!
It's so weird you can take them down like that. Oh, there's an invisible one. And you do the takedown and execution to build up rage. Who's left? This poor guy. Let's see if there's any white glowy stuff. Looks like there's a white thing over there. Probably one or two more on this level, huh? That little spirit thing, honestly, I don't know if it's done anything at all. Yeah, and again, I wish the glass walkers, you could have done it to where you could have automated cameras, turrets, maybe if you included pack mechanics as a skill tree, like you could use those doors to open reinforcements for you instead of them. A lot of mechanics it could have done. Oh yeah, they don't see me.
In just a few minutes, we'll begin receiving data from the on-site sensors. I want hourly analysis from each division. The first test will serve as a benchmark. Once the process is calibrated, we can extrapolate how it will work on a larger scale.
What's happening?
Oh, great. This ain't animal.
Intruder sighted. Stay alert. Spread out. Search the area. Don't let him get away.
How many can we pack in here?
Oh shit. Call security!
I've got it. They've taken her to one of their offshore black sites. I'll send Declan to pick you up as soon as we've moved the survivors somewhere safe.
So I've got time to settle things with Onawa.
Guess we'll save up for that one. Yeah, I think I ended up missing some spirits. I do it right. Can I go all the way back through? No. So I missed like 2 or 3 spirits. I don't remember missing them. Alright. Back to the Nevada desert. The raid on Endron's HQ ended in failure. Watkins fled with Adana. After triggering the Earthblood protocol, a compound acting as a catalyst allows the spirits of the Wyrm to more easily possess humans susceptible to its influence, turning them into Fomorre. Who can you trust?
Onawa. Could she have really given in to the Wyrm? I have to be
Yes.
sure.
Yes, she can. She is Actina, and is, I don't think she's a Bane Tender, but Bane Tender's role is to... when confronted with Banes that are too powerful to defeat, Actina would use Bane Tenders, which is they would trap Banes underneath locations of great mystical power and spiritual energy, and they would just basically be wardens, keepers, to the point to where their whole life they're just dedicated to looking over this one Bane. 9 times out of 10, your Bane Tender would eventually fall to corruption, but they'd either end things with their own hands or asked to be essentially put down before it fully takes root. No. Enemy variety now. That camera though, that camera is not good with those execution final kills. On top of that, I mean the final kills themselves aren't as good as say something like you'd see in the Splatterhouse games. Or the PS3 Splatterhouse. And you had those execution kills. Granted, those also had a Bane, one of the many video game hang-ups I have. I really do not like quick time events here because I'm looking for like anything. Looks like we just go from monster closet to monster closet. I'm sure I read this, huh? Yeah.
This report was printed shortly after I reunited with Adana.
Think about this, I might be able to... Nope. Pick up.
You should hear this from me.
What is it?
Dusk. The gas. He didn't make it.
No.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Dusk.
So many dead. And I'll make Watkins pay for every one.
is in there?
It burns! Ugh.
This gas is an abomination.
You don't remember the litany. I forgot what all of them were, but one is fight the worm wherever it dwells. One of them is not to lay down with another werewolf or guru.
What's happening to me? Kill me.
I don't know if this is going to be part of a side quest I'm doing early or if I'm just wasting time, but might as well clear them out. Like I said, combat the worm wherever it dwells. Alright, let's see. Pop this open, let's just go in and rage. that one, and then that center one. Now, when it comes to corruption, there is a theory in one of the umbral planes, at least for werewolves, Guru. You bring them to an umbral plane that's basically like a... It's like a Dante's Inferno hellscape. There's like a lake of silver. And one of the theories is that you can cleanse the corruption of the Wyrm from even the most corrupt Black Spiral Dancer by having them soak in it for an unknown period of time. One of the other umbral planes is a pure chasm of darkness that just goes down for eternity. And some theorize it's actually a link to, what's that vampiric discipline? Obtenebration? That's what the La Sombre use. There's a named Shadow Lord character that went mad there and fell to the Wyrm. But, yeah, Erebus, I think, may be the hell-like landscape. Okay. Oh, won't let me go through there because it's just a combat encounter. Yeah, there's technically there could probably be infinite umbral locations. One of them is called the Wolflands, where any guru that goes there is basically forced into lupus or wolf form. And it's a callback to the wolf hunting, like in the helicopters in Alaska and everything. Tina, I think, resides there sometimes too. There's another one that's like World War I setting and factories, and it's got that motif, and it's just all factories. The entire reality is just factory after factory. And smog, veins and everything are all over the place. It's it mass produces. It's a realm where they mass produce a lot of Wyrm weaponry that they transfer over to different umbral realms. It's stuck in like a World War I gas mask motif. Motif. Okay, use these computers. Yep.
Those that were overwhelmed by the Wyrm attacked the others.
Okay, what would I want to do? Kind of thinking that. Because I do use heavy. I prefer heavy. Well, agile's not bad too.
The Wyrm is taking possession of this desert and of its guardian spirit.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Latched onto the hate that it has for humans. That's going to be the note about Tina, right? Yeah.
She's no ordinary pack leader.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Next stop.
Onawa. I had to fight one of your wolves at Endron's HQ. I had Watkins until your wolf interfered. Why?
Oh, she's got some crazy ones.
You still don't understand. Survival requires sacrifice. Endron is too powerful. The Wyrm is too powerful.
She's fallen.
Fighting against them only leads to unnecessary death.
Oh, she's taking her time.
You betrayed me. And you betrayed Gaia. You sold yourselves to the Wyrm.
I've made no pact with the Wyrm. But Endron is prepared to move off our territory and leave us in peace. All in exchange for a few heads.
You didn't just send one of your Red Talons after me. You also attacked Ava and her people.
That wasn't us. Endron's gas did quite a job of that on its own. But the last thing we need to convince them to leave is your head.
You've lost your mind. Pachwa never should have allowed this to happen unless the Wyrm's corrupted him too. Through your bond.
And that
I'm
happened.
sorry, Onawa, but I need to put things right.
It's actually one of the apocalypse scenarios in the last book in the final original run of Werewolf The Apocalypse before revised. Basically, for the most part, most of the totems would get, based on what scenario on the run, the tribe, the totem spirit would get corrupted through its members. what we're doing. Oh wow, that was really. I mean, it's on normal. Bye bye, Totem Spirit Pachuca.
Am I still your enemy, leader of the Red Talons?
Forgive me, Fianna warrior. I failed in my duty. I remained blind as Endron used me to corrupt our guardian spirit.
What will become of him now?
He was gravely tainted by the Wyrm, but will regain his strength in time and be reborn from his ashes.
I can sometimes happen.
You will forever have the Red Talon's gratitude.
How was the Wyrm able to reach Pachua?
We know.
My blind pride. I thought I was strong enough to withstand the Wyrm on my own. But, as always, it was Pachua protecting me through our bond. He suffered the full extent of the Wyrm's corruption. And
a dumb
through
spirit.
this same bond, I allowed the corruption that infected Pachua to cloud my mind. His rage became my own.
Your pack has suffered heavy losses, but Endron's losses are heavier.
We shall finish what you have started. Our concerns must extend beyond our cairn. Leave without worry, Cahal. We shall purify this territory.
Maybe we'll meet again someday.
Now, normally this isn't how it works. You fall into the Wyrm, you're pretty much stuck in its grasp. And most spirits like that are done for. It takes a lot to purify a spirit from Wyrm. More so than just a Garou. It takes usually an Incarna level or a higher spirit. And Incarna are basically a step above totems, but below the Triad, meaning the Triad being the Wyrm, Weaver, and Wild, which are like super beings. We're talking like Chaos God levels, so it's like a slight step down from that, and that's what Incarna are. Then you have things like totems, and then you have lesser spirits and stuff.
This gas. Only a Garu who has been touched by the Wyrm.
There's a lot of
and
cosmology
stood
to the
strong
setting,
could
and that's what
withstand it.
I think the game misses out on a bit.
I am too weak for that now. Shut the valves that control the spread of the gas, and I will send my Garu to destroy what remains of Endron on these lands. I beg of you, help me stop this abomination.
Alright.
You will forever have the Red Talon's gratitude.
Again, you're not right telling them.
Are you sure the Wyrm won't reappear as Pachua regains his power?
I am no longer sure of anything, Fianna. It was my certainty that caused this. For now, all I can do is wait and
I really
see.
gotta pull out the books again.
I thought I withstood the
I've done
Wyrm
one.
on my own. But it was Pachua protecting
Maybe I'll do
me
a
through
video
our
showing the
bond.
books.
He suffered the full force of the Wyrm's corruption. And through this same bond, I allowed the corruption that infected Pachua to cloud my mind. His rage became my own.
That's the view you want, the top of the head.
I have to leave. My daughter can't wait.
Leave without worry.
Alright, Matthew McConaughey.
You have significantly weakened Endron's hold here.
Really like that whole
We
get-up.
will finish the purification of our territory.
Maybe we'll meet again someday.
You will be welcome if you
His
ever
tattoos.
come this way again.
He's a little color friend.
Time to meet up with Ava.
Hey, buddy. Thank
There's
you.
still much work to be done. Stay vigilant.
I'm a
Bless the
giant
Wyrm
brain.
of the world.
Alright, let's see if we can go close these valves now, or if... Hey, buddy.
Go home. We've got the survivors to a safe place. As soon as you're ready, return to the base and contact Declan. He'll come and get you.
Understood.
Alright, so there might have been some survivors from the attack. That's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Alright, we go back in there. Is that what I was doing when I was clearing out those, villains? Speaking of... The reason I said villains like that is, there's, the way Ratkin, or the Were-Rats, in the Beast Courts, they're called Nezumi. They select their, class equivalent. So, like, Kahal's our own full moon warrior. They select it by having, when they go through their change, they suffer like a feverish hell dream, and that determines kind of what they are. And one of them's a Munchausen, and the Munchausen are like the Baron von Munchausen type of character.
This should stop the gas from spreading.
They live in like a delusional world of their own, and they can actually convey their madness into the real world. So they like to pretend that they theorize. Some of them think that the moon is actually made of cheese, and that they're swashbucklers from space that came down to Earth. They were one of my favorites to play as a Ratkin. Yeah, that's what this was. That's what they were. They were meant to be. And there's others like the Plague Doctors. Knife Skulkers, I think, is another one. Yeah, they go through, I think it's called the Birthing Plague. You got Twitchers. They're like crack addicts that like to burn everything. Because again, the whole role of the Ratkin were originally by Gaia was to keep populations under control, specifically the human population. And when the Gru launched their War of Rage and tried to take everyone else's job away, because they said, well, we're Gaia's warriors, we're the first and greatest, even though they weren't the first. The first of Gaia's creations, there's some debate, but it's between the were sharks and the were reptiles, the Mokole and the Rokea. The Mokole are the memory of Gaia. And the were sharks, well, they are called the survivors of Gaia. Their role is a bit iffy. Kind of like what the Kitsune is. But they mainly do everything all the other Fera do on land, but they do it all under the ocean. Or under the sea.
With that, the spread of the gas has been stopped for good. Now it's up to Onawa to take care of the rest.
Like I said, the Ananasi, though, they're like a weird mix of children of or being a part of Gaia, but also the Weaver. So they're about helping structure the order of things, and they have their whole different mess that they go through. And they have like a big civil war going on because they each represent. Within the Ananasi, they can represent one of the different aspects of the triad. So those who follow the Wyrm are like Kumo from the Beast Courts, but they still kind of serve their original purpose as corruptors, destroyers. Some of them fall into the Wyrm, others are just heavily tainted. It just depends.
The gas spreads no longer, and the Wyrm recedes. I shall send my Garu to burn Endron's laboratories and destroy whatever traces of the gas remain. Thank you, warrior of Gaia. We owe you much.
Alright, I can unlock 2, but again, it doesn't really matter between frenzy and everything, just...
The Wyrm has hold of everything around us. The fight must continue.
I have everything unlocked that's pertinent. Really all of this can, outside maybe that, you don't really need this stuff. I mean, that's helpful, but really combat encounters aren't too difficult. Main focus is focus on the heavy tree because that unlocks the health, and frenzy, face swiftness, and this stuff here. That's what I'd recommend for combat, and then after that, flavor to taste. Oh, this also. These two, this tree here will help. These two, anything that adds extra health, and then face swiftness is the go-to. Since boss encounters, it does again the Deus Ex Human Revolution approach, where stealth, 2/3 of the gameplay mechanics don't apply. The only thing that applies is the combat. Probably need to use a guide, which I kind of did on and off, to get all the spirits. I think that was an achievement. I don't know. I only glimpsed.
Declan, I'm ready.
On my way now.
Come on, Declan. Let's do this.
Andron's black site is based offshore. Ava and the others are already on their way to launch the attack.
Alright. After defeating both Anawa and Pachua, victims of the Wyrm's corruption, well, I wouldn't say victims, they purposely embraced it. Cahal takes off for the oil rig on the Pacific coast where Watkins has fled with Adana. There, the Fianna warrior meets up with Ava and her activists who aim to destroy the oil rig as well as the biological weapon that is stocked there. However, the only thing that matters to Cahal is his daughter. So, that was... I enjoyed it better than the first area, but... Again, I wish it was kind of bigger and there was more to do. And to retread ground, they could have added things like fetishes and talons for crafting mechanics to create weapons and gear and items. You know, like stuff that would have enhanced the stealth and the combat, because you could have created like a, I don't know, invisible dust to help make your stealth a lot better, or to build a clave, so then the Gru would have a weapon, because Gru do use weapons, even in their war form. It's generally not all the time. It's very rare because they're already like 8 to 10, 12 foot tall murder dogs. So, but a clave is very effective against dealing with other werewolves, like the Black Spiral Dancers. Okay, this is the last chunk of the game, right? How long is it? Okay. Might not be very long from what I saw, so maybe I'll just keep trudging through. Oh, and I'll upload these.
Over here. My men have already secured this sector. Watkins and his troops know we're here.
Doesn't matter. They won't stop me from finding my daughter.
I know, but there's something more at stake here, Cahal. I've had time to analyze the data we got from Endron's HQ in Nevada. The biofuel and the treatment undergone by the prisoners are both linked to the Earthblood protocol.
Now this is important because in the setting of Werewolf the Apocalypse, they're on the back foot losing the war against the Wyrm, and they're trying to get their numbers up, so having children that can fight in battle, sending them into the grinder is very important to the Gru Nation. So much so that there are times when they overlook the fact that two Gru have sex and mate and create a metis, because one of the reasons they frown upon metis is that they are sterile. They can't have children. Outside of one example, and it ends up being a Black Spiral Dancer, it's a whole endgame scenario thing called the First Metis. And it's like the perfect metis. And I remember in one of the final scenarios that they presented was purifying the First Metis, so that it actually becomes a warrior for Gaia, but it's only one of the things you have tools available for your games. So then it becomes this tale of personal tragedy. Do you save the child, or do you do as much damage as you can to the Wyrm? Which is more important, an extra warrior who, especially in this case, as she would be able to continue the line by having another Guru. Now when werewolves mate with someone, it doesn't matter if it's Hamid, Lupus, the exception would be another Guru, but if it's a Hamid or a Lupus, if they engage in sexual activity, there's not 100% guarantee it's going to create a werewolf. It's a very small chance. Which is why monogamy in this setting is kind of thrown out the window sometimes, because we need warriors and we need them now. But then for how long it takes for a Guru to mature to the point that they have their first change, is it going to be too late? There's all these different factors that storytellers can play around with, right? Like, would it make sense to use science to try and advance the aging process, or to look outside of the normal means to try and create more warriors quicker? What would be the negative side to doing that? Morally, ethically, spiritually, whatever. we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it gives us a choice.
If we don't put a stop to what's going on here, the whole world is fucked. Adana included.
What are you talking?
The tests on the prisoners allowed Indran to develop a compound that acted as an attractor for Banes. Lots of people affected ended up as Fomori.
Then the gas Watkins used in Nevada.
It's their biofuel. They've developed a method to spread their compound in gas form, and right now this is where they're producing it.
In fact, this is where they produced it from the start. They don't have the necessary equipment in Nevada. I read it in a report at their HQ.
Humans will contaminate each other, turn each other into Fomori, simply by driving their fucking cars. That's the Earthblood Protocol.
I get it, Ava, but you know I've got to find my daughter. Get your men ready to blow this fucking base to hell. I'll meet up with you as soon as I've got 80 back.
Okay, will do.
As long as you can help me find her.
I'll open any doors I can remotely. Now, let's go.
Good luck, all.
Bring our girl back home. Definitely with me.
Talk to you. No. I'll drink these. Guess what?
Now we're talking.
And they're free. Yeah, it brings up a nice little personal tale of tragedy, right? If, in the end, you are losing the war, then is it okay to be a little selfish to save your child? Even if in the end it doesn't benefit winning. And I don't mean winning a war like for personal greed and gain. This is a different type of war where it's literally the end of reality if you do not succeed. First group, place the prompt explosives. Leader Marco. Second group, Declan. Defensive first group. Third group, Recon is Mava.
Lambda Mankind seems ready.
Yeah, they weren't too ready last time in Nevada, though, were they? I'm sure if you get all the spirits, you'll have enough points to level everything up. Because there is no new game plus. There is no carryover of skills and stuff, from what I've read. I mean, even though I wouldn't want to play through a second time because choices don't matter, it still would have been nice if they let you start from the get-go and be overpowered.
The rig is split into 4 sectors, and of course, Watkins locked down the whole site when he saw us coming. To get where Adana's being held, you'll need to advance sector by sector, unlocking each one as you go. Now, connect me to this sector's terminal.
That's why I'm a big proponent for difficulty levels actually unlocking new gameplay to a game. New aspects to it. New levels, new access to areas, new types of enemies. Now I'm not talking about variations, I'm talking like brand spanking new stuff. Yeah, it's extra work and, well, it might be a turn off for some players, but it kind of would encourage you to come back and play through, and then that way you can compensate for people having unlocked all the skills. Maybe even unlocking new trees. I don't know. A little variety is the spice of life, man. Well, they didn't make it. Why would I need to collect that? I haven't done it.
Ava?
This sector's lock has been taken care of.
How's your side looking?
We're making progress.
Again, I won't have enough to unlock everything, so because I think I missed some spirits in that last level. had that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline swagger that you'd see from some of the male NPCs, huh? They swing his arms pretty lackadaisical. If you know, you know. I might do a playthrough of that. I don't know if I'll do it after this. I've been looking at doing Mad Max next. Heard good things about it. I got it on sale for cheap years back.
Just keep going. I'll have my people prime the explosives so we can take this place down.
Roger.
Her name's Roger now, huh? Trust me. There's nothing in there I have to worry about. We'll literally walk through the front door and it ain't gonna matter. Except it's locked. Alright, that doesn't matter. All I've noticed with Rage is that it ends up giving you more or access to your abilities. Secure the sector for the activists. Okay, well, how do I do that without... Because I don't think you can stealth kill those guys, can you? Not worth it. Just not worth it.
on my way to the next sector.
There's a helipad not too far from you. That should have access to this sector's terminal.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to stealth at least to...
Hello there.
take care of the doors, but for the most part.
What's that? What the hell? Backup needed, got you.
I guess you could have knocked him off the edge too, like I did that one. That way. This. I don't want to go in there. I don't think I do. Because this might lead somewhere. Where's this lead? step spirit. I mean, I guess if you're achievement hunting.
I'm at the north sector. Now what?
The terminal downstairs, and all the guards in your way.
Crossbow bolts. Save successful. Okay, let's see what can we do? What can we do?
The North Sector guards managed to slow Lambda Mankind's advance. Keep it up. Mr. Watkins is counting on you. Make him proud.
Let's do this to deactivate all that.
Your turn, Ava.
On it. You head to the north sector.
How are you managing?
Lost some men in a counterattack, but we've managed to push them back.
Don't make war. The hell?
Look at that. Yeah, I guess you're supposed to just ignore them because you can't stealth them. Like, oh, should have been a skill tree to allow you to stealth those guys too. That would have been neat. We got these jabronis over here. As long as they're doing their thing too. What do we got? Is this I can't do anything about it? we got? Where's the last one? Again, that camera, I don't know why it does that motion. So that was unavoidable. Bolts, but bolts. Maybe this.
Those hippie fucks have broken through the north sector. It's nothing we didn't plan for. Return to your positions and keep your eyes open. We'll make them regret attacking in. Take your positions.
All right. Just go for it. Yeah, so see, even without rigging the doors at this point in the game, you're pretty much buff. Alright. Yeah. Do this one.
Ava, how are you managing?
We placed C4 on key support structures in 2 sectors. Took some heavy losses in the process, but we're holding strong.
Alright, Dr. Lester from the operating theaters of Viridian State Prison are not in a position to handle the continuation of our tests. Please prepare our lab is able to receive the werewolf subject on our offshore base.
This email's only a few weeks old.
What is this? It's like all the side thing. Yep, some mushrooms. Alright. Are we gonna do another phone hand to the ear thing?
I'm entering the north sector.
The server you're looking for is downstairs. Oh, fuck.
What is it?
I've got 2 black spiral dancers on my screen. They're waiting for you.
Yeah.
Black spirals. Good. I've got an old score to settle.
Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Just another empty room. Okay. Go through there. Got anything here? Doesn't look like it. Check for spirit. No spirit. Alright. This is gonna be a battle of the century, huh? You take 2 black spiral dancers. There ain't gonna be no fight. Oh, one's a big boy.
So, Watkins has sent his dogs to do his dirty work.
Not detailed enough. Go after small monsters.
This planet's two black spiral dancers cleaner.
You okay to keep going?
I've got no choice.
We're at the last step. You've got to disconnect the server. It'll allow me to open your path to Adana.
Is this like the end? Oh, no, looks like there's a wee bit more of this that we have to do. Oh, yes, there is. Alright. I didn't know if that would lead into, like, directly the final boss. I'm gonna save that just in case. Black Spiral Dancers have been brought to the base as per the President's orders. We request immediate dispatch of the bodies of subjects having succumbed to the program or individuals judged unsuitable. That should be enough to feed them for the coming weeks. We shall send your data on these two subjects concerning their behavior and their attacking capabilities.
These sons of bitches won't hurt anyone again.
So, yeah, the heads of the worm, the different aspects of the worm, the different forces of the worm, they don't work together well. They're just as much at odds with each other as they are against the group. Do I really care? Like, let's just do this.
Coming with me. Security.
We done? There you go. There's a secret technique. Launch him over the edge. Alright, let's now drink that whiskey. Some extra. I didn't even bother trying to go in this one.
The server's been neutralized.
Nice. Now I can open the way to the west sector. That's where they're keeping Adana. Go get her back.
What's over here? There's an enemy. Oh, that's that side. That's that guard. The guard. It's the guard. That's that, we got it. She's still patrolling. He's like, this is fine. Because even if I get it, well, no, if I got one more point, I could upgrade one more thing, I guess. I don't want to burn it.
What did you hope to find? Didn't you understand that it was already too late for her? And now it's too late for you and your friends too.
Okay. No, that doesn't have a collision for some reason. Another talent. Talent. We got doorway. This looks like one. Alright, two. So it looks like I missed some spirits, otherwise I'd be able to have gotten everything unlocked. President Watkins' offshore platform is supplying all production of the gas in line with Division 2's forecast. As soon as you give the order, we can proceed to the industrialization of the production process and oversee delivery to our distribution points. We await your instructions on next steps.
This email, the date lines up with my arrival in Nevada.
This feels bad. All this space not utilized. Alright, let's see how this plays out. Thinking the final bit.
Adana! What did he do to you? I'm gonna get you out!
You're out.
Dad?
Dead.
I'm burning.
No!
Oh no, this flashbacks to the Scorpion King. Alright, yeah, so first try. That was the final boss. Literally just muscled through it. Because
I'm here.
you get so much healing.
I'm here.
It hurts.
As long as you're smart about it. Popping your frenzy slows down time, builds up health because you do damage.
80.
Very anticlimactic, but I mean it's kind of like the Mummy 2. So you get what the basis of the Mummy 2. Oh, it's that one guard. That was that same room that one guy was still patrolling in. I like to imagine it's just that one guy.
I'm here.
The explosives are almost ready.
But Indran
No,
sent in
thank you.
reinforcements.
We can't handle this alone. We need you, Cahal.
Adana. She's gone.
No.
Watkins. Tell me where that son of a bitch is.
Cahal, we might not make it. We need you here.
Where's Watkins?
Do I want to save the activists? Okay. Well, on one hand, we're theorizing Ava's a glasswalker guru, and the activists are humans, not even kinfolk, really. So, on the other hand, we have the president of Endron. You know, I guess the more tragic tale would be, or heroic, passionate Fianna option would be saving Ava, but I mean, in the long run, take revenge on Watkins. But there's dozens of Watkins, right? Thing is, even if we got rid of Watkins, there'd be another dozen to take his place. So, knowing this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save Ava. And probably off recording, I'll look up what the other choice does, because I don't want to play through this whole game again.
Ava, hold on. I'm coming.
Thank you, Cahal. If you just send their main force, we can handle the rest. They're regrouping before they come down on us. I've opened a shortcut for you so you can take them by surprise.
Yeah, I'll look up chasing Watkins. That's why, again, I prefer manual saves. That way I can... you can explore both options. Or adding a new game plus with added new things to encourage wanting to replay it again.
I'm in position.
You've got several waves of reinforcements heading your way. Get ready.
Alright.
Ava, I've
The
taken
other
care of
humans
the
did
reinforcements.
go after
I owe you one, Cahal. Meet up with us. Then we can say goodbye to this fucking place.
Bye bye, Watkins. It doesn't matter, there's dozens of you.
We'll find him. I promise you.
After shocking reports from environmentalist group Lambda Mankind led to a worldwide boycott, the Endron Energy Company has abandoned its plans to bring its biofuel to market. In a written statement, Endron leadership expressed its surprise at what it referred to as personal and unapproved actions by former CEO Richard Watkins.
Hey, Pentax. That's the company that owns the subsidiary Endron.
Pentax is very interested in his research.
And the research would have still been there even if Watkins was killed. Computers and all that. Alright, that concludes Werewolf The Apocalypse Earthblood. Silent Studio. Yeah, it's a middling. I think the scores are probably accurate. It's a 5 or a 6 on a scale of 10. No more than a 6. It's a worse version of Splatterhouse on the PS3 that had more enemy variety and just variety in gameplay. Kind of similar actually, because you could also like frenzy and rage into a different form, and that's when you get like the big spawns, the arms and stuff. Stealth was undercooked, combat felt undercooked, graphics were functional. I know some people will probably say that they look terrible, but I mean, I play Twisted Metal 1 to this day and have fun with it. Well, critical depth, and that makes your eyes bleed. Story, writing, characters, nothing amazing. Again, I take the approach that this would be like a storyteller's first Werewolf the Apocalypse game. They kind of took some basic ideas and put a Werewolf the Apocalypse skin over it. Kind of missing a lot of the major points to it. But if you can get it cheap enough and you're just looking for something to fill the time because everything else out there isn't appealing, I say give it a shot. You know, get on Steam, do 2 hours. The beginning of the game and the last segment that I just did of the game are the worst parts. The desert was fun. It was over too quick, and I feel the same way about the prison. There was a lot of missed and dropped. They dropped the ball. There's some missed opportunities there. Alright, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. It was okay. Next up, I've got Mad Max. Alright, everyone. You have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. When will you rage?